Good afternoon, it's Jan from Twinks Stamping. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I've come along today to show you another project. It's not a card, it's a very quick little project. It's covering your little post-it notes. Again, as yesterday, I like to make little gifts for my craft ladies and for my customers. Just popping something in their little Christmas bags each year, and this again is another very quick and simple project, much smaller than yesterday's one. We're going to be using the lovely gold rings. How unusual are these? You know, they're in the new Stampin'Up catalogue. I've never seen anything like it, and of course it straight away I thought of putting the little flowers on the side. That's what it lends. It makes perfect sense to make a wreath with it, doesn't it? They're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're really bright gold. They're really nice. I've put mine in an old embellishment pot to keep them all together, because once you open that packet you ain't never going to get them back in there again. So I put in there so that they can't escape. Actually, I need to keep one out, don't I? So we're just going to run through this project really quickly. You're going to need, I'm going to go do it from scratch. I've not cut anything out. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White thick, and you're going to put it in your cutter, and you're going to cut at, because I know that the bigger measurement will still be, I'll still be able to get my bigger measurement out of the portrait side. I've put it in landscape to cut my shorter side, and it's 7.6 centimetres or 6¼ inches for you ladies who like the metric imperial. What I'll do is I'll give you the measurements in centimetres first, and then I will give them to you in inches. Okay, so 7.6 centimetres by 16 centimetres, and remember that your 16 centimetre mark is in the black bit here, but there's a nice line so that you know exactly where it is. Okay, and that is your piece there, and you're going to score on the long side. You're going to score at 7.5 centimetres and 8.5 centimetres, and that is your cutting. For you ladies that like the imperial measurements, it's 3 inches by 6¼ inches. Turn it landscape. You're going to score at 2 7/8 and 3 5/16. Okay, that's that. And then you're going to need a small piece. I've actually cut this bit out because I didn't want to waste, I've already got a square. I didn't want to waste a piece of my large spare bit that I've got, so I've actually cut this piece out. This piece will measure 7 centimetres square, or 2 3/4 inches square. Okay, and that is going to sit on the front of your little folder. Very pretty. Right, I'm going to do the stamping first, because if I get this wrong then I'm going to have to cut it out again. So I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put the ring into the centre where I'm going to glue it down, so I know roughly, and I'm just going to put a little pencil mark there and there, there and there, so that I can see roughly where the centre is for me to do my sentiment. Okay. The sentiment I'm going to be using is the same one that I used yesterday from the Wishing You Well stamp set that has unfortunately been retired, but there are other sentiments that you can use in the current catalogues, but this is the one that I particularly like, so I'm going to use it. After all, we don't chuck away everything, do we, once we've purchased it all. I'm going to try and get this in the centre. Just a note. Hopefully that's okay. I'm going to emboss this, so I'm going to be 2 seconds over here in my embossing station, so that you don't get too much noise on the camera. I will be 2 minutes doing this. I need to find my extension lead again. I stole it from indoors the other day to use out here. I need to find it again so that I can do this near the camera. That's it, all done. All done. That was nice and quick, wasn't it? I'll quickly just wipe my stamp over before it gets too stained. Don't like the way the ink, any ink stains the stamps. I like to keep them looking really clean. Okay, I'm going to rub out now the pencil marks, because we don't want them to show. Still want to see a little bit there. Right, my next job is the one that I always have to do, and that is glitter. Just quick go over with my glue pen. As I've said before, you can do it with a little line of glue if you wish. My hand's not steady enough to do that. I'm just going to dip it into my glitter pot nice and quickly. There we go. Right, that will sit onto your card like that, and we're going to put that on there now. See, it works the trick, doesn't it? Just tapping it on the table rather than standing there shaking the life out of it. I do wish there was a knack to getting things straight. The only trouble you have if you use the heat gun is that you buckle your card slightly. Makes it a little bit more difficult to get it on stuck down straight without any bits lifting, but that seems to have got it. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is just position that on there, and I'm just going to put the tiniest of drops of glue, and I'm not doing it all the way around either. Try not to get it on the inside because it will show. If it's not dead centre, it's not dead centre. It's tough. So that's down. I'm going to leave that now to get dry, and we're going to stamp the flowers. Now I actually used these. Now I suppose a really quick way would be to punch out some labels from a punch, or actually using a single flower stamp to do. But I quite like these flowers, and as you know, I've been making cards with this particular set, and I'd stamped all the flowers out, and I had that one left over. I thought, what am I going to do with that? And I thought, perfect. I'll put it on the ring because I actually think that looks quite pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out with the die that it comes with, which is from the flowering dies. I'll cut it out with that first, and then I actually cut them out singly after that and stuck them on. Quite long-winded, but I think it looks pretty. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to colour it to match the pad. And I've actually got a yellow pad this time. So I'm going to, once that's set, I'm going to colour the flowers in yellow. Okay, so let's stamp this on a piece of scrap card. Always got a bit of scrap, haven't we, somewhere. And I am going to emboss it. I'm sorry, it will be noisy, but I think it's, I like to use it when I'm colouring. So just quickly stamp that out. Beautiful. I'll quickly emboss it. Heat gun's quite warm still, so it shouldn't take me too long to do it. Takes me longer to try and turn the gun off than it does to actually die cut. To emboss. Losing my words, I was thinking ahead about die cutting. Just get that clean, or cleaner. Okay, now go and pop this onto my die cutting machine. It should fit perfectly. Ah, my sticky's gone again. Yes, it should fit perfectly on this. I think that's it. We shall soon find out. That's as good as it's going to get. That's lovely. I'll just pop that over there. Get this out of the way. I'm going to colour it in. I'm using Daffodil Delight, one of my favourite colours, because it'll match my little pad. Use the other end, I think it's quicker. Quite quick. Probably coloured bits that I needn't have bothered colouring, but hey ho. I did try and sort of manoeuvre this so that it would sort of go round, but it didn't work. Well, not very well anyway, so I'll stick to plan A, which was to cut these out. So I didn't need, what did I cut out? So I didn't need that bottom bit. Doing a bit of fussy cutting now. At least you don't have to go around all the leaves and stalks. Let's see, I can never find the right words when I need them. Okay, there's one. Now I could leave those two together, couldn't I? We'll try that. Mind you, I will see. I hope I'm in shot, ladies. Because I'm actually seated at the moment, not looking down. Oh, this is fiddly. I bet half of you are going to use the stamp that you've already got that you can punch out. I just like these flowers. So was I being lazy? Because I'd already stamped and cut this out previously. I just didn't want the white bits to show. I mean, some of you might be thinking, why did I bother cutting it out? But with the die cut, I think it just makes it easier. It is quite fiddly, I must admit. I do tend to hold my breath when I'm doing things like this. See, no, I think that'll be okay. I think we'll leave that on there. Like that. And then we put this one on here. Doesn't matter how they go, does it? My flower, my design. Do what I want. Sounds a bit stroppy. Weather's gorgeous today. Bit hot for me. I'm afraid I don't like when it's too hot. I don't mind when it's about 19, 20. That's quite comfortable. I don't like it when it gets hotter. Unless I'm sitting around a pool, of course. That has always been my absolute dream, to have my own swimming pool. I nearly had one at my house in Yorkshire, but it wasn't meant to be, so it didn't happen. Never mind. That one's going to go on there. Oh, what have I got left? Just this one. Just this little fiddly thing here. I know some of you won't be doing this, especially my craft ladies who don't like cutting out. It is a tad fiddly, but it's a nice effect. Oops. These scissors are lovely. The snips, they're sharp right to the point. Right, that's not too messy. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to put this together. I think we'll start with the largest one. You only need a little bit of glue on the back of that. I actually wiped a bit off then because I don't want blobs of glue on there. I'm going to stand up because I'm not sure I'm staying in shot here. It'd be a shame if you missed it. What I was doing. There we go. And this one. Amazing what you can do with just a single flower and a gold ring. Like that. Oh. Glue, 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 glue on your fingers. Yucky. Last one. Now this one's going to be a bit of a trick, so I'm going to use my tweezers and just pop it there. There we go. Oh, I think that looks gorgeous. But then I am biased, aren't I? Looks like my post-it notes have come apart. And there you have it. I'm going to put a little gem on it because I can. And I'm going to use the, whatever they're called. What are they called now? The gilded gems, the faceted gold. I'll use the small one. I'm just going to pop it in there like that. Get all that rubbish out of the way. So that's it. That's your project for today. I'm not going to stick that down yet. I'm going to wait until everything's dried off a little bit. But it fits perfectly. Oh. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take one of them out for a minute because they're annoying me. Just stick this down. I will glue it down, the back page down, so that it stays in. There you go. Lovely. Won't stay shut though. Not sure why. Have I stuck it too far up to the top? Possibly have. Too close to the score line, maybe. That's better. Yeah, that's better. It'll work. It'll work. So there you go. My little project for today. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, thank you for stopping by today and for hanging in there with me. I hope you've enjoyed this little project. As I say, I know it doesn't suit everybody to make things like this, but I love doing it, and I'm sure there's some of you out there that do as well. Thank you for watching, and all my details are at the bottom. My online shop, should you want to purchase anything. Join my team if you wish to join my team and enjoy the benefits of being a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Or my blog is down there too, and so is my email address should you wish to contact me for any queries that you may have. But thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.